As you can see, I stand amongst the bars. I have 3 bars set up. We're going to go through 4 different types of deadlifts. The vast majority of the things that we're going to need to know are the same. So we have a hex bar or trap bar, whatever you want to call it, with the handles down, with the handles up. We have a straight bar, and we're going to go through a regular and a sumo stance on this. We're going to start on this bar because this is what I think most people are going to wind up using. If you don't have this bar at your gym, a straight bar is plenty good. They're both great exercises. So keys, we need to be centered. So we don't want to be in the back or the front or one side or the other. We need to make sure our feet are in the middle. Think about having our feet underneath our hips. Then we need to make sure our grip is in the middle. So we don't want to be in the front or the back or off center. Make sure we get the bar from the middle. Once we get the bar from the middle, we're going to think of hinging back and pulling ourselves down into the bar. So I get the middle, I hinge back, I pull myself down into the bar. So my hips are going to go down, my chest is going to go up, my knees are out, and I'm pulling the slack out of the bar. So I don't know if you can hear the sound, but I'm almost pulling the bar off the ground. I'm literally taking the bar and pulling it to the top of the wheel. So I'm pulling it to the very top of this circle, so the weight is actually hanging on the top of the bar, not on the bottom. So once I'm in that position, I have the center, I create tension, I pull the slack out, hips down, knees out, chest up. I should feel tension in my hamstrings, and I just stand up tall. Control it down, and if I want to do another rep, I go again. And that's how we would do a deadlift on a hex bar with low handles. High handles is going to be the same thing. You'll see some of the angles are going to wind up being slightly different, but that's just because of the higher handle. But everything else is the same. Pull the slack out, create tension, stand up. On a straight bar, it's slightly different. We're going to make sure we have a double overhand grip. If we're not strong enough to do that, we can go with a mixed grip sometimes. It's not going to kill you. I wouldn't recommend doing it a ton. Go for double overhand as much as you can. We're going to think of making sure we are centered in the bar. Okay? We can use these knurlings, these grippy parts, to line us up. We want our shins to be right up next to the bar. Double overhand grip, about shoulder width apart, and then the same concepts apply. I'm going to pull myself down to the bar, pull the slack out, and stand up. The last one we're going to go over is a sumo deadlift. So a sumo deadlift is a little bit different. It's a lot wider stance. Some people tend to go so wide. We want to be athletic though. Like we should be able to kind of jump from our stance. Our feet are going to be pointed out a little bit. The bar is going to be right underneath us. Our arms are going to be shoulder width apart, double overhand grip. Still pull that slack out. Think of shoulders over the hands, and we'll stand straight up. And those are our 4 kinds of deadlifts. There's some other variations we might go over in another video, but for now, those are the 4 main ones we'll need.